Hi, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Karleen, your gorgeous host. Yes, 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 I said it. And I'm so happy that you found your way here. Today, we're going to dive in to all signs from Aries through to Pisces and see what's coming up for your Valentines and your love message. And if you'd like to join the free love circle or circle on love, manifesting love, deep diving into love, that's going to be happening tomorrow, February 15th, and you can find the link for it in the description box below this video. So you're welcome to join. There's still space. Whoopsies, moment. Okay, so I'm back. I didn't close the second, like the monitoring page, and I didn't turn off the sound there. So I'm back. And I hope you guys are doing okay. And just let me know in the chat box. But yeah, so let's get started. Good day to break up with a job. Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. No kidding. The energies are, yeah, we're going to dive into it because this is the way it's going to be for the next little while. So we might as well, I can't start every video with the energies are going to be, because this is what we're rolling into all the way into, whoa, 2050, 2070s, even, I'd say. But there are going to be some good spots and there are going to be some good times. And that's what I'm here for, are the good times. And let's see here. Did you guys hear about the asteroid that's due to hit us in 2032? And so in addition to, right? In addition to everything else that's going on. So that's interesting. But let's get started. Okay, this Valentine's, it's got a vibe. It's got a vibe, I have to say. It's got a vibe. Here where I am, the energy is kind of cloaked. There's a lot of security stuff going on. There is a security conference happening in Munich as we speak. There were some events that kind of happened the last couple days, unfortunately. In Munich, a car drove into a crowd of people, and this was done by an Afghani driver. So yeah, this is all happening right before the elections on the 23rd. So there's a certain party that's, of course, taking full advantage of this. And there's an interest, there's a political interest in shifting the energies to the right. But that's for my Patreon. So if you're not on my Patreon, get on there because that's the next video that's going up is on these political things. And we'll be discussing as well some of the major political faces that you're going to be finding on YouTube, some influencers as well that are definitely part of the propaganda machine and pushing things forward and how we can tell. So that's for my Patreon viewers though. So if you're not on my Patreon, you know where to go. But today we're just going to dive into love, love and happiness and joy. And before you text your ex on Valentine's Day, before you give in to that call, that yearning, let's have a look at what you need to know before you do that. And going to go through Aries through to Pisces and see what the message is for you, okay? So of course you can check your sun, moon, your rising, or your partner's sun, moon, rising, and see what's going on. I'm already getting a vibe here. This is quite an energy that I'm picking up because I'm picking up couples that are completely separating from real life. They're like, we're doing our own thing. They've created a bubble. They're in their bubble and they don't care. They don't care, don't care, don't care. They don't hear anything, don't know about anything, and are just living their lives. And that's wonderful. That's also beautiful. But then there are other couples that are like, ready to really take some action and make some definite leave their mark on this world, so it feels like there's two different energetic poles that I'm picking up here. So but a definite topic here is also independence. Nine of Coins. Nine of Coins, independence and happiness and wealth and money. This is going to be one of the topics for couples moving forward. How can we secure our wealth? How can we secure our money? How can we secure a future? What do we need to do to make sure that we're safe? Like this is definitely a topic here, especially for women. Women are going to really not want to give up their queen status or their strength anymore. I mean, we've had that for quite some time now, but it's going to continue to become an ever-growing bigger topic. Another topic coming back on the table, I'd say, for the next couple of years. Like, this is not just my energy's opening up and I'm just picking up all the streams of consciousness here, like as it flows through. So one of the big ones is the autonomy of women and the issues around women still receiving lower pay, still receiving a less confidence. That's what it's about, less confidence. And that manifests in lower pay, less status, things of that nature. But it really has to do with confidence and being able to stand up and own your value, own your what what you're worth, right? Okay, so trying to reel it in just onto the love line, but spirit's like, no, look over here, look over here. So, okay. Stated that just on the relationship on the love line, we're staying that I'm hearing because this will influence the nature of relationships going forward. And up until now, relationships were seen to be as a necessity for survival as well. It wasn't just a romantic love relationship. As a matter of fact, the romance was the spice in this survival thinking or mechanism around relationships. And from here on in, like we're heading into a major collective shift, social shift, where it's not just about survival in relationships anymore. So this is really going to reshape paradigms around relationships. People shouldn't feel, oh, okay. People shouldn't feel like a failure if they're single. That's what I'm hearing. If you're single, don't feel like a failure. Don't feel like things never work out for you. Don't think like nobody loves you or things aren't going to happen or nothing's going to come your way. Don't fall into the trap of cynicism. Cynicism is definitely what blocks and burns all bridges, and really try to stay open to the universe being a good universe, a benevolent universe, and open to once again falling back into traditional, right, things of time being your friend, time being of benefit to you instead of a detriment to you, because we've got it so internalized that time is of the essence, time is money, wasting time, that we don't see the benefits of time. We don't see the good things about time. And it's time for you to refocus on that and see that time is your friend. It's not your enemy. And once you start seeing it like that, all of a sudden time takes on a different quality. And once it takes on a different quality, all of a sudden you're appreciating different things with your time. And as you're appreciating different things with your time, you're opening up new potentials, new possibilities, new opportunities. And as you're doing that, you're encountering new frequencies and you're opening up into a new frequency and encountering others that are manifesting this new frequency that you're opening up into. So it's really about your relationship to your own time and to your own lifetime. I don't know how else to put it. And once you've mastered that, it opens up a whole new dimension for you. So don't just stay on that low level vibrational, right? Like, I need a guy, I need a man, or I need a relationship, or I need that woman to complete me, or I need that person. But really think, what am I doing with my time? What am I doing with what has been given to me? What am I doing with what has been gifted to me by life? And not every living entity, and I keep repeating that over the years, has the opportunity, has the chance, or has the gift to live this life that we've been given. And we have to start seeing that as a gift again and not as a curse or that we're some exiled being on some lost planet, but really see it as a gift, as an opportunity, and ask yourself, what am I doing with my time? Who am I giving my time to? How am I utilizing my time? Am I spending most of my time in a frustrated um, field of energy, feeling resentment, frustration, not incompletion? Like, what am I, where am I spending most of my time? And once you start shifting that, everything starts to shift as well. Okay. Okay. I'm getting the drift here and the gist. So let's start in with Aries, of course. Aries opens the door. Aries runs through with the horns. What's coming up for Aries, please? What's coming up for Aries? Aries, there's some kind of a victory that I'm feeling here when it comes to relationships. Okay, you've got the Four of Wands coming up, and Four of Wands has to do with victories. It has to do with feeling successful. It has to do with feeling on top of things. It also has to do with self-confidence, with pride in your work and in yourself. So it feels as if this is an opening or a portal today or through the next few days where you may be stepping into finally feeling really good about yourself, where all of a sudden those heavy burdens that you've been carrying, the images of yourself that you've been carrying that have been negative, you're able to release them and just for a moment at least in this time, feel how good it feels to just be you. And there's also a yearning I feel to go back to childhood and just feel that freedom again, that freedom of not knowing anything about expectations of adults and who you're supposed to be and how you're supposed to show up. And you experiencing that again, and you being able to lock into that, hold on to that. This could also be through a relationship that you step into this playful energy or this playful sphere. But it definitely feels as if this is someone who is really compatible with your energy, really gets your energy as well, and just wants to play too, wants to have a good time too, wants to share good times with you. Not really anything more than that. Wants to, like have successes with you, have enjoyable times with you. Like there's no threat in this energy. That's not what I'm picking up. So there's definitely some kind of a celebration as well, I'm feeling. This could also be a celebration, as in going out with friends, partying, having a good time, that kind of thing. But also feeling like if you're in a relationship, your two worlds connect. Okay. So your families would get along, or your circles of friends would get along. It feels like, or you share a circle of friends together. It feels like your two worlds connect really well. So this is a really beautiful connection. Okay. Those of you that are not in a relationship, there's the success and the self-confidence coming up. Those of you that are in a relationship, it's a beautiful connection that is really speaking of joy, success, shared talent, shared community, that kind of thing. Yeah, there's a lot of work and labor, the Knight of Pentacles. Whoever's in a relationship, this relationship is for the long haul. This is someone who wants to invest in you, wants to invest in your relationship. This may be a dark-haired person, dark-haired, dark-eyed, or from a more southern region than you, right? So geographically, okay? But it's definitely someone who's a hard worker and who's also hardworking on the emotional level and really wanting to invest in this connection with you. Okay, this person may be a little bit boring for you though, Aries. So if you're that type of Aries that likes adventure, excitement, drama, and wants to know what is around the corner, and you've got this Knight of Coins who's like, wait, let's take things slowly, let's plan this out. We don't, it might get to be a little irritating for you, but at the same time, if you learn to appreciate that this person is there to protect you and this person is there to keep you safe and grounded, then you'll hopefully allow them their little, comfort zones. Let's put it that way. Okay, so let's keep going. Thank you for the likes, and I hope you guys are sharing this live, so that you share it in your groups, that you share it in your what do you call it? Yeah, your groups, your what have you, Facebook groups, that kind of thing. Okay. Hey, Danny. And I know it's a little bit early for my American viewers, but that's okay. You're starting off the day with some positive messaging here. Okay, Taurus. What's coming up for Taurus on this Valentine's Day? What do you need to know? What do you need to know? I'm not, oh, by the way, to go back to Aries, I'm not picking up anything around any exes. I feel like you've totally cut that off. Like that's done and dead and dusted. It's, yeah. I'm not picking up anything on that. Yeah. Okay. Taurus, what's coming up for Taurus, please? And immediately a card jumped out, as you guys can see here. So I'm going to pull it, and we've got the star. Taurus is definitely moving in a positive direction with this card. Definitely very an intuitive direction, following the intuitive flow, following your gut feelings, hoping for the best as well. I'm feeling hope. I'm feeling optimism. I'm feeling maybe this is it. And Karleen, please tell me that this is it. This comes after a time of strength, of having to do things by yourself, walk the path by yourself, possibly being isolated, withdrawn from people, doing things on your own a lot. And also feeling like people look to you for leadership, guidance, and strength. And you've just come to terms with it, Taurus. So when it comes to, yeah, you want to feel sexy again, okay, with the Queen of Wands. This is sex appeal. So this may be, you may be invested in working out, eating right, having fun, being more of that upbeat, joyous energy. You may be diving into, like experiencing that a little bit more, looking for that a little bit more. And you're not letting yourself be weighed down by the heaviness or the burdens of life and the world. However, I am feeling that some of you are in somewhat of a restrictive situation. So some of you may be either restricting someone else or someone else may be restricting you. And you may not really even notice it that much. It may be so normal for you. But what I'm picking up with these two cards here, the Nine of Wands, the Ten of Wands, the Seven of Wands, oh my gosh, is there some kind of a limitation or a restriction? Okay. The Nine of Wands is, of course, someone being really entrenched in their mindset, their view, their perspective, and defending that and wanting to defend that, being willing to defend that and defending it to the core, to the bone, to the utmost. Ten of Wands is someone who doesn't let go, who also holds grudges, and who keeps on plodding on, even though the direction is clearly not the right one. And the Seven of Wands is someone who's really defensive. So it's hard to talk to this person or connect with this person because they're so on the defensive all the time. So you may be dealing with someone who's like that, or you may have some tendencies of that in yourself with others dealing with you and finding it really difficult because you quickly get defensive because you honestly feel like I have to defend this territory. I have to stand up for myself, otherwise no one else will. Um, it does feel as if some of you have been praying for a long time as well for the right connection, for the right person. You've been praying sincerely from the bottom of your heart and asking God, hey, I see what you do for others, do for me as well. Like, am I worth less? And your prayers have not yet been answered, but you're not ready to give up. So that's the good thing is you're not willing to give up. You're not ready to give up. You're going to keep on attempting, trying, pursuing, um, staying open to possibilities and trying out different things. Okay. Those of you that are in relationships, I'm getting up, like I said, this kind of ick vibe where it's a little sticky, it's a little heavy. We've got the Page of Swords. This is also someone who's spying on you, someone who watches you, who stalks you a little bit, who watches you on social media possibly, or pops up at your work unexpected and unannounced. And things of that nature, like someone who just doesn't really respect the boundaries, who really wants to know everything there is to know about you. This person I feel is fascinated by you, but completely also overwhelming to you. So you might want to be careful there. Okay. Those of you in long-term relationships, you may have gone through some drought in the energy of the relationship. We've got the Five of Cups and the Five of Swords. So you may be feeling as if, whoa, I don't know if this is the one. Is this the one? Is this the one? Is this all there is? There's got to be, So there's some kind of a doubt that I feel is creeping in for those of you in long-term relationships. Either you've already been through this doubt drought or you're stepping into it right now. And It's always lurking in the back of your mind. So on the surface, you'll be like telling everybody how amazing it is. And even listening to this message, you'll be like, no. But if you really feel into it, you'll feel like, there's a part of you that's keeping a door open and a foot is out the door. Okay. So be mindful of that and how that works itself out in the relationship and the connection, and how much you are able to deeply bond and connect with someone and give them that feeling of connection as well. Okay, as to exes, when it comes to Taurus, exes, yeah, they're the ones that are watching you. Okay. Page of Swords, they're the ones that are eyeballing you. All right, moving on to Gemini. Gemini and your love reading. Gems. The gems. You guys are gems. Gems. Let's see, Gemini. Yeah. Gemini is ready to feel free. There's this essence and this energy that I'm picking up from Gemini where it's like, you know what, if it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And if they come, they come. If they go, they go. Like I don't really, you're more not even investing in yourself at this point, like your ego self. You're just wanting to have a good experience and a good time. You're not wanting to hold anybody back, and you don't want anybody to hold you back. You just want to live your life. And so when it comes to relationships, you're not really holding any grudges towards anyone. You've got the judgment card here, which is renewal. So if even when it comes to reconciliations, if you're like, okay, let's try it again. If it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I'm feeling a real non-attachment here when it comes to Gemini, and really having transcended that. And as I'm saying that, there are these birds that are flying across the sky. They move from left to right. So you're really future progressive. You're looking towards the future. You're not too focused on the past. And you're really keeping yourself in a positive, high vibe space and just letting things flow through. But there's definitely someone who wants to hook back up with you with a judgment card. They really want to reconnect with you. They really want you to connect with them. They're really waiting on that phone call, that text message, that reach out from you. They really want to hear your voice again. They want to feel your feel again. They're really hoping for a possibility with you. Okay. But you're just like, you know what? I'm free. I'm free. I'll think about it and get back to you. And if I get back to you, I get back to you. If I don't, I don't. You're really committed to your pathway forward, the Chariot. Okay. That's what you're committed to now. You're committed to your future, your pathway forward, your security, your safety. And you've come to the realization, Gemini, that you're the only one that can help you feel safe. You're the only one that can take care of you the way you want and need to be taken care of. And you're not expecting anything from anyone really anymore. So single Geminis, I'll have to break it down like this. It's a different reading for each sign because it's a different, energy flow. So a different structure of reading. Let's put it that way. But for you singles, we've got the Empress. So this is a time where you can really dive into your creativity. You can also, all of a sudden, I'm hearing rotational dating, right? So keeping your heart open for everything to come through your way. It doesn't mean that you have to do anything with everybody that you're going out for dinner with, but like sharing friendships, right? And just experiencing time together, sharing time together. This is what would benefit you the most, and that will crystallize out who's for you. But I also feel a guidance energy in your energetic field. This could be a deceased parent, loved one, grandparent, grandmother figure, okay? That's in your energy field that is trying to guide you to the right place at the right time. So really follow your intuition, follow your heart, follow your inklings, and follow the weird things in your life that pop up out of nowhere. And you'll see it's going to bring you into some very interesting encounters. When it comes to Geminis that are in relationships, Geminis in relationships, Gemini in a relationship, we've got the 10 of Wands. This also came up kind of for Taurus. It's like a heavy energy. So a lot of people want to get in a relationship, but when they're in a relationship, they want to get out of it again. It's like the whole universe swings between two extremes, from the one to the many and the many to the one. And when we're in the situation where there's one person that loves us, we want everybody to love us. When we're in the situation where everybody loves us, we want that one person. We are looking for that special someone. And it feels like For you, Gemini, your pendulum is swinging back to, oh my gosh. Like this is a little heavy. Now, for some of you, this may not apply. And that what I've felt all of a sudden come through is also that your partner may be going through something heavy. They may be carrying a burden that you're assisting or you're helping them with. When it comes to those of you that are single but bitter and holding on to the past, what's going on with the X's here? The Gemini X. What's going on with the Gemini X? Gemini X, we've got, ooh, Eight of Swords. Yeah, praying for Ace of Wands. Okay. Gemini X, yeah. Gemini X, it feels like you're not wishing them well, Gemini. I'm hearing them. I'm literally feeling them trying to move forward and trying to move on, and then snapping back, like being snapped back with a rubber band, and them literally praying to be able to move forward or move on and move away from the past, praying to let you go. They're willing to move on though. Ace of Wands, Ace of Coins is a very new opportunity that is presenting themselves itself to them, and they should and will likely take it. Okay. So there's a new opportunity to build something new. Ace of Coins is always building something new, something solid, a solid new, and there's going to be some passion there with the Ace of Wands. So I feel like, Gemini, it's time to let this fishy go back into the sea. Okay. Okay. Let this fishy go back into the sea. It's not meant for you. I feel like this would be, yeah, it would not be a healthy thing. Okay. Cancer. What's coming up for Cancer? What does Cancer need to know? Happy Valentine's to those of you just joining. This is your Valentine's Day reading. I'm going through all signs from Aries through to Pisces and seeing what's going on. It's a little early for some of you and a little late for others, but let's dive in. Cancer, what's going on for Cancer? Um, Cancer, we've got the Ace of, oh yeah, okay, okay. I feel like this is a strong connection coming in with Cancer here, okay? With the Sun card, the Ace of Coins, and the Justice, right? So you may be dealing with a Leo or a Libra. They may have earthy tendencies though. So someone who possibly is in finances or in building or contracting, that kind of thing. And this could also be a businessman, okay? So someone who's into some kind of business, but someone who's very, very confident, who shows up and is like, here I am, who called me. So it feels like you're really hooked on someone super, super confident, like really confident, Cancer. Okay, let's see. What's coming up for Cancer, please? What's the message? And we've got Two of Swords. Okay, there a sacrifice has to be made. Okay. So this is probably why I feel this ambivalence in your energy in your reading. It feels like there has to be some kind of a decision has to be made, either on your end or on their end. And this decision goes hand in hand with some kind of a sacrifice. There's no other word for it, right? So it could be that someone gets a promotion, you're in a relationship, your partner gets a promotion, you guys have to move, but you sacrifice your career to move with them because they have a better opportunity or they're going to earn $5 more. So it's there's some kind of a sacrifice that's going in here. It could also mean that you feel as a Cancerian that love is sacrificial, that inherently love goes hand in hand with sacrifice. And if you don't see someone sacrificing for you, then you don't feel loved, right? So important for you to check your love language and the love language of the people that you're with, because they may not necessarily be about sacrifices, but it doesn't mean that they don't love you. Okay. So let's see here. Cancer in a relationship. What's going on? Yeah, there's a new pathway that's opening up for you both. There's a opportunity coming here, Three of Wands. And you are also focused on moving things ahead. Okay. Cancer holding on to the past. Cancer, should you text your ex today on Valentine's Day? Should you text your ex? We've got the Two of Cups. Okay. Two of Cups has to do with love, and I'm picking up with that energy that there's still love there between the two of you, between you and your ex. but this is not something that you want to, keep going on. You're going to stay quiet, the High Priestess. So I feel like, there is authentic love there between you and your ex, those of you that are still attached to an ex. And that person also still cares deeply about you, but it's probably wiser, the High Priestess, to stay quiet. The High Priestess, don't make a move. Okay. All right, Leo, let's see what's coming up for Leo. What does Leo need to know on this Valentine's Day? What's happening for Leo? We've got the Four of Cups. They're kind of in a doldrum. Oh, poor Leo. Leo's kind of sad. We don't know why yet, but it feels like there's an apathy. There's kind of nothing. Ace of Coins keeps popping up through this reading. What's going on this Valentine's Day? New opportunities there. I feel like Leo had the opportunity for something new and either messed it up or it was messed up somehow for them. Okay, let me dive in. Leo. Yeah, there was an opportunity for something new, Two of Candles, Two of Wands, but a decision had to be made. And it feels like a decision between the past and the future. So it's almost like Leo was stuck between two people or two timelines, and they're looking to the past person and they're really caring about them, but they're also looking at the present person and looking to who's going to be with me in the future, and trying to make a choice and can't really make a choice. There's something here where Leo's still in limbo. Yeah. And is playing with the idea to just cut it all off on all ends, the death card, just, you know, done with the past, done with the present, and moving into the future completely and staying open to what else might come your way. But there's some kind of energy here where someone's not committing. Someone's saying it's easier for them to end things or to cut them off than to commit, which is sad. It makes no sense. Let's see, what else, Leo? Got the Ace of Swords, which is a sudden reveal. Okay. Sudden insight, a flash of insight, a flash of intuitive knowing, and just intuitively knowing what's right and what's wrong here. And let's see, what else? Happy Valentine's, Leo. What a situation. But there's someone caught between a rock and a hard place. Let's see. Yeah, just focusing on yourself. Leo, focusing on yourself seems to be the way to go. We've got the Nine of Coins and the Hermit, and just focusing on yourself seems to be the way forward. Just making sure you know what you're doing for you, and not in a selfish way, but you're focusing on your career, you're focusing on your health, you're focusing on what makes your life actually work, and everything else is going to fall into place for you. All right, moving on to, should you text your ex? Should you text your ex, Leo? Now, there's something here where all of a sudden, as I'm saying that, I'm feeling like this. Somebody knows that their ex still has feelings for them and would, if they texted their ex, it would be to not taunt them, but to kind of poke them and see what happens. Or remind them I'm still here, but not really take the steps forward that needed to be taken to make things work again. So not quite sure what the point of that is, Leo, but yeah, you're going to just stay in your own lane though. At the end of the day, with a Four of Coins, you're just going to mind your own business. Okay. Virgo. What does Virgo need to know, please? Virgo and this Valentine's. What's your Valentine's message? What's your love message? Those of you that are new to this channel, thank you so much for joining. I hope you click like, subscribe, and share, and that you drop a comment in the comments section. Also, check out my Patreon where we dive into deeper topics, and the topic that is coming up for this, well, tomorrow, that I'll be posting in there is going to be interesting. So go check it out. Anyways, Virgo, what's coming up, Virgo, please? Virgo, what does Virgo need to know? Okay, Virgo, you had the Three of Wands, which is a new way forward, seeing things in a beautiful light, seeing things in a better light, and moving away from pain, sadness, grief, and fear. Five of Cups. Something kind of left you in a tizzy. I feel like this was an experience, Virgo, that really took you out. Like somebody hollowed out your gut. It feels like a really traumatic ending to a situation. It could be that you felt like you were left with nothing. You were owed an apology or you were owed some kind of concession and you didn't really receive that. It also feels like you were owed closure and you didn't receive that. Also, someone shredded your name, Virgo. Like it feels like they took everything from you, even your name, okay, or tried to take your name. And you rebuilt yourself from that. You rebuilt yourself absolutely from that. You're still strong. You're still able to love, Virgo. You're still able to live a connected, beautiful life. And this hasn't damaged your capacity to bond or to relate whatsoever. But it does feel as if it took you some time to heal from that. Okay. So what's coming up next for you is you've been praying for the right situation, for the right connection with the Knight of Wands, and universe is now acknowledging that prayer. They've heard your prayer. That's why they're bringing it up. They're mentioning it. They've heard your prayer for something better, something new, and it is coming your way. Now you have to be open, Virgo. This is Queen of Swords. You have to be open to, and she's talking to a young man. All of a sudden all of a sudden I heard and I felt that your partner may likely, your true person may likely be a little bit younger than you. Okay. A little bit younger than you, a couple of years, like, and they may on the one hand look up to you, but on the other end respect you, but not worship you. And that's not what you're looking for, right? So you're looking for someone, I mean, you're not looking for the worship, but the feeling that I'm getting is they're going to look up to you, they're going to respect you, they're going to honor you, you're going to feel really beautiful with this person. They see your beauty where you don't. I can't say it on any other way, so I won't. Okay. But I'm feeling like someone younger is coming your way, Virgo. And it's really going to be a deep, beautiful, wonderful, amazing, true, harmonious connection. Okay. Now, those of you that are still, God forbid, looking to the past and attached, what's going on with the exes? What's going on with the messes of the exes? The exes messes. What's happening here? Yeah, they're struggling. Okay, so your ex is probably going through somewhat of a tough time, Virgo. They're working hard with the Knight of Coins again, and the Ten of Wands. They're working hard and they're praying. They feel like they're stuck. Okay, they feel like they're stuck in some kind of a situation, and they're praying. They're praying hard. Yeah. So handouts. When I get the Six of Coins and it comes to relationships, that always signals to me that because the Six of Coins can represent answered prayers, it can represent also handouts, though, that sometimes compromises are entered into, right? So in these relationships that the Six of Coins represents. Okay, so there's some kind of a compromise situation that your ex might be playing around with. Okay, or thinking about. Yeah. All right. That's pretty much it, Virgo. Moving on to Libra. Libra, what's your message for Valentine's Day 2025? Happy Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's, Libra. What's coming up for you? You've got the Temperance card. Yeah, you're just chilling. Chilling, chilling, and focusing on your personal growth, your own self-growth. Yeah, building your legacy. Three of Coins. Libra, it feels like you're not really too invested. Here we have the self-confidence card. You're not super invested in making things happen or come about. So we'll do the three: single, in a relationship, stuck on your ex. Okay. So the overall energy for Libra for this cycle, it feels like Libra, you're not really invested in anything that brings you too far out your comfort zone except for your work. You're willing to invest in your work, invest in working on yourself, invest in creating more for yourself. You're wanting to do that. You're focusing on self-growth, self-development, self-evolution. and on harmonious, peaceful, loving connections and relationships, not necessarily romantic. It feels as if you're really wanting to experience the full unfolding of your talents and your gifts in this lifetime. You're like, I'm not here to not shine. I'm not here to fade away into the background. I'm not here to waste my time on distractions and diversions. I really want to see what's going on, right? Like what I can do, what I can live up to, and really see where my talent takes me, where my shine takes me, where my gifts take me. So it feels as if you're really focusing in on that and you're not letting yourself be distracted. Okay. So when it comes to someone who is single, you're looking at your new future. Ace of Coins keeps popping up through this cycle. So I feel like when it comes to love, like Spirit said in the intro to this live, there's a new era that's coming regarding relationships and what relationships are going to look like in the sense of what we expect to get from a relationship, what we expect to experience in relationships. And you're part of that vanguard. Okay. So you're looking ahead and you're like, you know what? I don't need anyone to do this and this and this for me. You're realizing that a lot of the things that we usually seek in the outer or in the other, you're doing for yourself. So you're kind of, just focused on stuff, business. And we see that here with the devil card. And you're breaking your chains, attaching you to outdated concepts and ideas. When it comes to Libras that are in relationships, what do they need to know? What are the energies around the message? What is the message that they need to know? And we've got moving forward. You're focused on you, Libra, like straight up, not in a selfish way, but in a way that is very healthy, very balanced, but just making sure that you're doing well. Next up, Libra's exes. What's going on with Libra and the exes? Are you going to text your ex? Are you going to reach out? Are you going to reconnect? Are you going to reconcile? And we've got the Magician parting the Red Sea. That would literally be parting the Red Sea. That would take a miracle. Okay. So I don't know what happened, but it was brutal. Three of Swords. And it feels like to make that come about again, it would be parting the Red Sea. So I don't see it happening, to be blunt. I think you're aware of that. And this is another reason why underneath it all, there's this push for you to move on and to focus on yourself, focus on your growth, your self-development, your pathway forward, and not stay stuck in the past. Okay. Moving on now to Scorpio. What does Scorpio need to know when it comes to love? See the sparkles, 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 sparkles. When it comes to love and relationships for Scorpio, what's going on? What's going on, Scorps? What does Scorpio need to know on this Valentine's? We've got the Page of Coins. Ooh, Scorpio, something new, something new. We've got the Hermit. We've got the Soul is also coming through a lot of signs today. And we've got the Five of Swords, and we've also got the Four of Wands. Okay. It feels like, Scorpio, you've finally successfully put your past to rest. Scorpio is done with the past. You've worked through it, you've looked at it, you've analyzed it, you've turned it over, you've picked out the pieces, and you're done. You're like, I am done. And you've closed it off, you've found closure, and now you're ready to move forward. I also feel some of you Scorpios went through a period of loneliness, okay? Just focusing on yourself and a little bit of self-pity, feeling sorry for yourself there. But you're ready now. You're ready to fly. You're ready to experience something else. You're ready to experience your true you. And here we have the Page of Coins, not being willing to put in more than what others are willing to put into this as well. So you're really watching your boundaries this time around, because the pages are showing like minimal effort kind of thing. They're little effort and they're mostly observing and watching. And so that's what you do in any newfound situation, is you observe and you watch and you let itself reveal itself. And we see here the Five of Swords. You really have learned from the past. You've learned from the past, because the last separation that you went through must have been brutal. Like there was a massive betrayal on some level, and feeling stabbed in the back. That's the energy of the Five of Swords. And now you've learned from the past, and you're not willing to invest more energy, effort, time, money, you name it, than what your partner is investing in the relationship or in you. So you're just like, I'm gonna watch. I'll sit this one out. But those of you in relationships, I'm feeling a much better energy. What's coming up? Yeah, we've got the lovers. I'm telling you guys, I felt a much better energy. And it feels like this is a really close, tight, sweet connection, the one that we're all looking for and wanting. And the energy between the two of you is just amazing. It really feels like this is it, Scorpio. Enjoy. When it comes to those of you Scorpios that are looking to the past, possibly to an ex, uh-uh. You know, that was clear. Like for most of us, it's going to be an right? So just saying. But it's time to move on. We've got the Eight of Wands. The other cards all came up. So the Eight of Swords, that's why I kept putting them aside. The Hermit. Yeah, that was it actually. Oh no, this one also. The Soul cards. So liberating yourself from past things, becoming more your authentic self, all of that. So, no, for most of us and most signs, it's going to be a no to the ex. Do not text the ex. Move on. And don't even look back to see what the ex is doing. But sometimes we have to. We have to. Yeah. Okay. Moving on to Sagittarius. Let me see who's in the chat. And oh, wow. Yay. A couple of you are here. And just say hi in the chat. Let me know who's here. And happy Valentine's. Yay. Hi, Erin. Did I say hi already? I hope I did. So anyways, Sagittarius, what's coming up for you? Saggies. Sag, what am I picking up? Confusion and doubt. What's going on, Sag? What's going on? Yeah, we've got the Knight of Wands. Okay, you want to move ahead on something. You're feeling this energy where it's like, let's move ahead on this. Let's get this going. You want to move into a space of comfort, Six of Cups. And the next one that oh, this card is showing up in almost every single sign. So many of you guys are praying for love. You're praying for rain here, but you're praying for someone that allows you feel comfortable. Okay, Sag, and that allows you to discover your purpose in life. Like this is really important for you is to feel comfortable, feel safe, but also have meaning and purpose in the connection, in the relationship, and in life. So those of you that are single, what's going on? Yeah, there's an anxiety here that you need to heal and clear. The Moon card, a lot of self-doubt about yourself, your own self-worth, your own value. You need to heal that. Yes. Those of you in relationships, Knight of Swords. Oops, my feet just fell off my Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords, it feels like there's this energy of not being heard, not being heard because the Knight of Swords doesn't listen. Like they just run straight through. And it feels like you may be feeling like you're not being heard in this connection. Okay. You're talking and your partner isn't listening. And you're just like, I can't do this. I'm feeling like I can't do this energy. Someone's saying in their head, I can't do this. Those of you that are looking to the past, a new way forward. Okay, let the heartbreak go. Okay, there was too much battles and fights. Five of Wands. But those of you in the relationship, what is this energy, please? Yeah. It may be time for you to move on in this connection. Okay, that's why you're watching this video. It's not going to apply to every Sagittarius, but those of you resonating with the I can't do this energy, it really feels like this is the moment for you to decide for yourself. Yeah, literally decide for yourself. Okay. But I feel like this is an opportunity for you to move on, Sag. Okay. So there's something coming up there about new cycles. Capricorn. Cappies, what's going on? And Cappies. Yeah, Page of Wands. But you also got the 10 of Wands and the Fool. Okay, so I feel like Capricorns are burdened. Four of Wands, sorry, not the Fool. Four of Wands and the Ten of Wands. But I feel like Capricorns are burdened. It's like they can see the promised land already. They can see the goodness that they could have in their life, but they're stuck with this burden that they've been carrying for so long and won't put down, won't put down. It really feels as if Capricorn feels like they have to stick this one through. There's an obligation energy here. There's a I'm stuck with this energy and thinking, I have to see this through. I have to finish this, that kind of thing. Okay, Saggies, single, Saggies relationship, Saggies stuck on exes. What's going on? Capricorn. Capricorn singles, Capricorn in relationships, Capricorn stuck on exes. So the singles are ready to mingle. We've got the Page of Wands, which has to do, yes, with sex appeal and joy and flirtatiousness and happiness. So you would be great on the apps the next couple days, Cap. And you were going to get a definite answer or a response or something coming back for you, okay? But otherwise, I just feel you getting out there, being mingly, being flirty, having a good time, all of it, not too heavy, not too loose, just good, okay? Those of you in relationships, this is where, yeah, you're committed. Like there's this soul growth happening, Six of Cups. You may feel like you're with your soul mate and you're feeling quite good with that. You're committed to that. You're ready to work on that. Doesn't mean that it's always easy. And you may be thinking, oh, I'm not quite sure this is the one, but you're still going to stick it through. You're still going to see it through. And those of you that are stuck on the X's, Knight of Wands is, yeah, you're wanting to fight for something. You're wanting to get to them. It's like, I want to text them something that I know will irritate them, that will really get them angry. At least you get a response. At least you get them paying attention. At least you get the feeling if they reply to me, and even if they're angry, at least they care. But you don't want to do that anymore, Capricorn. Okay? You don't. Okay, Aquarius, what's the message for you? What is coming up for Aquarius, please? Aquas. What does Aqua need to know on this Valentine's Day? Aqua. What does Aqua need to know on this Valentine's Day, please? Yeah, we've got the Hanged Man. The other card that came up for Aqua was again the Ten of Wands. These same cards keep coming up and up and up again. So I feel like there's someone watching this intently who needs a reading. Okay. So you need to reach out. If you're feeling like you're watching everything and you're really desiring a reading, you need to reach out because the cards are starting to apply to your situation. And whoever this is, you've got a heavy burden. This may be an ancestral burden. You may be feeling burdened, or you may be dealing with someone who's a heavy energy in your life. Okay. So, and someone who's also yourself, you may be carrying a heavy energy yourself. So, yeah, time to reach out because the same cards keep popping up here. So, you're watching. So, let me just cleanse these and reshuffle. Aquarius. 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 What's coming up for Aquarius? Valentine's Day reading, relationships. What's going on for Aquarius? Yeah, Aqua. Those of you that are single, you're like, you know what? I'm fine. And I don't need anyone to tell me that I'm not fine and that I'm looking for something because I'm not. I'm good and I'm totally at peace. And we see the world card. Okay. Aquarius, you're like, I'm good. When it comes to those of you in relationships, mm, it's almost like, look at this. Look at how this matches. Yeah. I just noticed. So we see this light and we can see this as the box that they're sitting in. Okay. So yeah, it feels like you know what you need to do to feel liberated and to feel free. And you fully realize that you're sitting in a box of your own making. Okay. But it doesn't make it any easier to leave that. But yeah. There's some kind of a strength and necessity to endure This relationship, Aquarius, you may be dealing with a Leo, you may be dealing with someone who is limiting you in this relationship. What came to mind was they're standing on an island that's not big enough for you both. So you're standing there on the edges trying to hold on, and you're tired of that trying to hold on thing because you're aware, you're fully awake, you're aware, you know that life can be different. You know what it is that you want, you know how to get it, but you're stuck in this situation because your partner who won't step up. Is that it? You're going to let this one go. Okay. 8 of Cups. Those of you that are stuck on the past as well, this is a time to release. It's a time to let go. I know I've been saying this consistently, but like I said, there's someone here who's watching this intently who needs to let go of the past, deal with the ancestral burdens that they're carrying, deal with the heavy energy that they place into relationships, but also that other relationships place on them. And it really feels as if they also need to be willing to open up their heart space a little bit more, be more flexible, right? Be more forgiving, be more welcoming when it comes to others and other people. But Aqua, specifically Aquarius energies, I really am picking up that you're totally focused on freedom within a connection. You're not focused on holding on to anybody or making anybody do your bidding, and you're certainly not going to do the bidding of anybody else. And you're looking for that liberation or that feeling of freedom within the safe framework of a committed relationship. Okay, but you're perfectly fine on your own, like you're not chasing this. All right, moving onwards. Pisces, last but not least, what's your Valentine's message? What's your Valentine's message, please? Valentine's. Or Pisces. What does Pisces need to know? Need to know for Pisces. We've got Ace of Coins. Ace of Coins pops up again. Pisces, you're focused on getting something very tangible, okay? A new relationship that is solid for you, not some wishy-washy, let's see where it goes, let's just hang out. Like, you're not about that. You really want to know, what is this? What am I doing with my time, with my life? And it feels like, you may have potentially met someone who is seeing this the same way, who wants to connect with you, but is also kind of, I feel, intimidated or in awe of your vision or what you seek to accomplish or what you seek to achieve. And they're not quite sure they're up for that. They're up for you, but not what comes along with you. So there's some kind of and you're like, you know what, you go do you. That's literally what I'm picking up, where you're just like, okay, I'm focused on my vision, I'm focused on my way forward, and I'm looking for my tribe, I'm looking for my people. I just don't want to, waste my time here. So you're also focused, Pisces, on the wheel of time, your time, wheel within a wheel. And you're focused on fates, and you only want to deal with what life has to offer you or give you, the goodness that life has to offer you and give you. You don't want what's not yours. That's basically what I'm trying to say. What's not yours, you're not interested in. You're like, oh, okay. You stared after that person and you looked over there. Go there then. Have fun. Be over there. You're not chasing this. And you've got the Eight of Coins. Okay, so you're really working hard. I don't pick up Pisces like really too attached to the past. I feel like the past is attached to you. I'm feeling someone attached to you, Pisces, who can't let you go. Okay, they're still focused on you. They're still thinking about you. They're still dreaming about you, but they're not willing to do the work that it takes. You were and you are. And so they can't keep up with you. So they lie there and they dream about you and what could have been. And they don't realize that they could have that with you if they just put in the work, if they just put in the effort, if they just put in the time. And it's almost like they're very lazy emotionally, lazy energetically, and they just don't want to do it. But that's okay, because you're about to meet your tribe, you're about to meet your people who are like that, who are willing to put in time, effort, energy, and invest into who and what they believe in to move things forward. Okay. So you just keep saying that mantra, I don't want what's not mine, right? I don't want what's not mine. What is mine, I don't need to manipulate. I don't need to hold on to. I don't need to dress up for. I don't need to act a certain way for. I don't need to do anything for, because it is mine. And just like I can unconditionally love my children, right? There's nothing that my kid could do that would make me not love them. I am worthy of that exact same form and shape of love. So I want someone who just loves me, right? And you're going to get that. And it may take a little bit of time, which brings me back to the original message when I started this live about how we experience time, our relationship to time, how we define time, right? And so you're going to start working on that with the Eight of Coins. Okay. Some of you are going to dedicate yourself to your studies or schooling or recertify yourself in something. I do see some of you walking away with some kind of a certificate. And this is where you may meet someone who's significant for you, but I feel like education is going to be important for you when it comes to your relationships as well. And that you're also looking for a different level of person now, like you want to up level your life and you possibly are thinking, I need to be on a certain level. And because that's where I'm going to meet the people that I actually really want to meet. Okay. So there's something there, but some of you are really working hard on self-growth, self-development, the Eight of Coins, really manifesting, watching your thoughts, upgrading your lifestyle, your wardrobe, that kind of thing, working out, eating right, all of it. So you're really focusing on building yourself, making yourself into who you want to be. And this other person is just not willing to do that. And so you're like, I can't live that life with you. I can't. I can't. And so you're going to find your person, like that person. Actually, they're going to find you, Pisces. They're going to find you. They're going to find you. That's literally what I'm seeing, what I'm hearing. They're going to find you. You just keep doing you. You just keep going down your pathway. And they're going to find you. Okay. All right, let's dive into the Q&A, the most favorite part. I'm only taking love readings today. So if you have any question, you'll find the support link in the description box, but let me post it here again as well. And go ahead and donate there first and then post your questions. I will see if you donated. So then I will answer your question. You can, of course, click the donation button in the in the chat as well, sorry, and do that if you so choose. But otherwise, yeah. And happy Valentine's to all of you just tuning in and watching. And remember, Valentine's Day is not just about, here it is, not just about romantic love, even though that's the way it started. It's also about all kinds of relationships, all kinds of love relationships, happiness relationships. Yay! Hi, Anne Marie. Hi, Stacy. Wow. If I could work out for the entire hour that I just talked, that would be something. I need to, like, I started working out again, and I keep starting and then stopping and starting and then stopping. I think that's normal though, right? So yeah, yeah. But I started again because I have to. I want to feel better. I want to feel better. Okay, let me see here. Yay. So who's all here? Celestial Infinity. Hi, Car. Happy Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day. What's on the horizon for love for me, please? And let me see. I wanted to, should I do cards or should I not? Just go with the flow. Well, let me pull a card. Um, what's on the horizon for love for Celestial Infinity, please? One card only. Horizon for love for Celestial Infinity. We've got, ooh, Okay. Celestial, there's this energy here that is in your subconscious that I feel it's time for you to release because it feels like you're looking for freedom. You're looking to experience expansion and liberation, but you're holding yourself in such a restrictive, tight kind of way. You're holding yourself very to a rigid concept of who you're supposed to be. And I can see that with the cards here, the Justice card, which is actually a very this is, we have a judgment card, but this is the actual judgment card. This is, yeah. So you're holding yourself too rigid. Then we have the 10 of Wands carrying that heavy burden. And we've got the 7 of Wands feeling like I've got to do this by myself. I'm fighting in this world by myself. It's just me against everyone kind of thing. I have to stand up for myself. I have to look out for myself. I have to take care of myself. So there are multiple things here. There's the harshness that you treat yourself with, the realization that maybe I need a little bit more softness towards me and my life, but also the willingness to allow someone else in to assist you, right? So you're not doing things by yourself. And I know we all say we want that, but how good are we at actually receiving when it shows up, right? So there's this, and we've all heard it before, living in the masculine energy because we have to survive. So there's that whole energy that's coming into play. And this is kind of what's blocking you from encountering someone really fulfilling. Okay. Really fulfilling. It keeps you in power dynamics. There's something about power dynamics in your relationships. And I see that with the devil, the hermit, the page of swords, and the strength card. There's something about power dynamics. I'd rather be on my own and alone. Okay. So celestial, it I feel like this as much as we don't like to hear it and don't like to say it, there's this King of Swords coming up. Okay, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius person is out there for you, is waiting for you. But I feel that you have to, and this is also someone that you may get to know through studies or studying something. You may visit a lecture and he might be there or something like that. This person may also be a bureaucrat, a businessman, a administrator of sorts. This is someone who works in an office environment. This is someone who I keep seeing keys like IT as well, like pushing computer keys, that kind of thing. Okay. But you have to stop with the self-judgment. This has to stop. This has to stop. Okay. So that has to go. Olivia Sombrio. Hi, Karleen. In Brazil, we have Boyfriends, Girlfriends Day on 12th of June. Yay. Then we'll do this all over again on the 12th of June. Every time I begin working out, so much emotional baggage comes up. I know we have to release it. We have to get it out of our systems. And the only way is to work it out sometimes. Please a card for moving on from my meal site position. I need to quit and finding that house. Yeah. It feels like there's some kind of a shared arrangement that is coming up for you, Christine. Okay. With the temperance card we see here, these people sharing space, sharing meals, sharing time. I feel like that might be something, even though we all think we want to live alone, it's not always beneficial. Okay. There are some sacrifices that would go in with that too, with this, though, with the Two of Swords, and you have to decide if you're willing to make them. But it feels as if mm, finding that house has to connects with some people that you either will get to know or already know. That is, it connects with people. Okay, it connects with people. Yeah. Okay. Just had to do something energetically here. But it connects with people, Christine, and it feels like a shared. I know how unsexy that sounds. I trust me, I do, but it's not that bad. But there's something about sharing a house with someone, sharing a possibly only one person, like your best friend or something like that, you know? But there's something about that. Okay. It's a house that you're sharing with someone. All of a sudden, I'm picking that up. And as to moving from your position, yeah, it'll happen. 10 of coins, but in time, give it a year. Give it a year. Okay. We need to do some like real manifesting, and you guys need to stick with it, right? So outside of the manifestation groups, that you continue with the positive speaking and the positive visualizing and really making the changes internally so that they can externally manifest. And this is so important, like when you're wanting to manifest something. And I know how like it's not that it's your fault. That's not what I want to say with that. But you can contribute to time being crunched and things moving faster and you getting what you desire by actually really and truly manifesting it. Honestly manifesting it, really doing what it takes. And all it takes is a week of thinking the way you're supposed to think, speaking the way you're supposed to speak, focusing on the imagery that you're supposed to focus in on, and it's done. It's literally done. And setting the intention deep in your subconscious that this is it. This is what my future is going to be. This is where I'm headed. This is what I want. This is what I'm going to do. Okay, Star White, can you pull a card about career? I just had an interview. Star White. Can you pull a card about career? I just had an interview. Page of Wands. This is really good. They liked you, Star. They did. This is a really good, like somebody's singing your praises behind your back. Somebody's like saying positive things about you. Page of Wands has to do with messenger, has to do with messages being given, being sent. We've got the Three of Cups, which is celebration, happiness. This feels like a yes energy and a Two of Swords. So there is a decision between you and someone else, but the someone else that they're deciding between is feeling a little heavier, like their energy is a little heavier when it comes to this situation. So I'm not quite sure. They might, I'm not quite sure. Let's put it that way. But what I'm feeling, they're a vision of you, or somebody's singing their praises of you, somebody's singing good things of you, somebody's talking about you very, very highly. Okay. So it feels good. It feels good. Feels good. Yeah. 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 Absolutely. You're welcome, Celestial Infinity. So what are you guys up to for Valentine's Day? What are you guys doing? I did this whole thing on my Substack a couple of years ago, and I just maybe on Valentine's. So those of you that are not on my Substack, every now and then I don't spam at all. Those of you that are on my Substack, like every couple months when I'm able, I try to send something out. But do I still have it on there? I think I do. Oh my gosh, I can't believe this is already 2 years ago. Oh my goodness. Let me share this with you. This is already 2 years ago. I remember writing this. I remember writing this like yesterday. And I was in a one of my favorite coffee shops in San Miguel in Mexico. One of my favorite coffee shops. I was in La Cabra Iluminada, the illuminated goat. And I was eating, they only have vegetarian vegan food. And so I was having this delicious, what was it? Blueberry bowl, I think, while I was writing this, and a hot chocolate. So yeah, happy Valentine's Day, a present just for you. And today roots in the fertility rites of the ancient Romans. The beginnings of Valentine's Day go all the way back to fertility rites in ancient Rome. February 14th and 15th were festive days in Old Rome. These were the days Juno Fructifier or Juno Februata, queen of the Roman gods and goddesses, was honored. In one ritual on the 14th, in an antique version of Tinder, women would have their names drawn by men out of a name box, and these pairs would be coupled up for the duration of the festival or even the entire year. So our ancestors were not about not having fun, you guys. They were not about to miss out. The next day, the 15th, would be the Luperaclia, honoring Faunus, the god of fertility. Men would sacrifice a goat at Lupercal, a grotto at the foot of Palatine Hill, dedicated to Lupercal the wolf, who suckled Remus and Romulus, founders of Rome. They would wear its skin while running around hitting women with small whips to promote fertility. Yeah, no, that small whip thing, it kind of stuck around, and it was up until recently kind of still being done in this northern island of Germany, which caused a scandal. It was still being done on Sylt, where there was not necessarily on Valentine's Day, there was a different day that they did it on during the year, but it was an old custom and not many people knew about it. Actually, most Germans didn't know about it until it blew the news last year. And but men would go chase women and kidnap them. They would start chasing girls like as young as 13, 14, and they would hit them hard enough that they would have welts or blue spots. And so people started saying how misogynist this is, and they couldn't believe that it was still happening in this day and age. So I think they're on their way of kind of phasing that out. So old customs. Yeah. So anyways, just before the Dark Ages, this celebration began to fuse with the stories of Christian priest Valentinus. One version of the story is that during the time of Emperor Claudius II, when only single men were drafted and had to enter the Roman army, a ban was imposed on marriages because men were dodging the draft by getting married. Valentinus, a Christian priest, was caught performing secret marriages and sentenced to death. He was visited by young lovers with notes about how love is better than war, and people say these were the first Valentines. His execution happened on February 14th, 269 after Christ. Another version is that Valentinus was a priest jailed for helping Christians. He helped his friend, the jailer, educate his daughter, Julia, who was blind. He would read to her and teach through the bars of his jail cell. Before his death, he sent her a last note, which he signed, "From your Valentine." It is said that God healed Julia's blindness so that she could personally read his note. People still regularly pray to St. Valentine to help or intercede in the matters of the heart. In 469, Pope Gelasius declared February 14th a holy day in honor of Valentinus instead of the Roman fertility rites and honoring of Lupercus. During the Renaissance, Valentine's Day evolved from the more chaste religious celebration to a romantic version similar to ours today, and more poets and authors return to an honoring of the spring season, love, procreation, and fun. In 1969, Valentine's Day was dropped from the church calendar, and the celebration of it is no longer tied to a faith-based system. Yay! So yeah, yeah, I can't believe it's 2 years. Wow, time just is flying right now. Flying. Crazy. Yes. Animistic. Hi, Karleen. I have a question, please. Will I have children with Toby? Ah. Let me see. Toby. You could, like the possibility is there, but it feels like I'm not quite sure this is built to hmm. Okay. I I'm not God. I don't know. The possibility is there. Okay. I'm getting a page of wands, which is generally speaking a yes, as well as a knight of wands. So both of them together are a definite yes. And this could happen quicker than you're planning because both of them mean speed, page of wands and knight of wands. I'm feeling more of a masculine energy here, so this may be a masculine energy coming through for you, which may push itself forward. But there may be some things around the situation, Five of Cups, that you want to have a look at before you get into it, okay? Because once you're in it, you're going to experience the Hanged Man, okay? And not being able to really move. So you want to set the stage properly to have family and children with him. There may be some financial concerns or issues that pop up over time or during time. So you want to make sure that that's settled before. Okay. But yes, generally speaking, the cards just said yes. Yes to both questions. Healthy children. Healthy children. Knock on wood. Yay. Concert tonight. Awesome. Um, yeah. See what else comes up. Who else pops in? And don't forget to sign up for tomorrow's free circle, you guys. It's going to be fun. We're going to be doing a lot of exercises around manifesting. Thank you so much for those of you that donated. Mm-mm. What time is it, anyways, where you guys are at? What time is it now? I'll be spending my first Valentine's Day without my husband who passed away of cancer. Oh, I'm so sorry, lucky me. Oh, I'm so sorry. My condolences. I'm sure he's there with you and thinking of you. 10 a.m., 5 p.m. Anna, Anna, you're where I am somewhere because that's my time, 4:54 p.m. Yes. Those of you just joining my live, thank you and welcome. You got the star card, new hopes, new visions, new goals, new dreams, but also follow your intuition. Follow your guidance, follow your inner guidance. And don't be afraid to receive. The Page of Cups is arguably the most powerful card in the tarot deck. A lot of people are going to tell you it's the Devil card or it's the World card or it's the King of Pentacles because we move through the development and the evolution from the Fool all the way through to the King of Coins, which is mastery over physical domain. But it's the Page of Cups, the Page of Cups that maintains connection to spirit. It's the Page of Cups that maintains clear connection, not just the high priestess. High priestess is the connection probably itself, but the Page of Cups maintains it. It's the inner child, the inner spark, that creative spirit, that indefinable, that thing that you don't want to lose, that's within you, that makes you glow from the inside out. So, yeah. So those of you just joining, you got the star and the Page of Cups, which is super, 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 super beautiful. Let's see. Animistic France. Awesome. Awesome. We're going to France. You know that. I'm sure you know that. We're going to France in September. So if you're interested in joining us, reach out. Reach out. I have 3 more spots for the trip. That's it. Can you guys believe it? Can you, but I'm honestly, honestly, honestly not kidding. I have 3 more spots. That's it. Otherwise, it's already booked. So if you want to get in on that trip to France, to southern France, and Anna, you know how beautiful it is down there. So help me in the chat. Tell everybody how amazing your country is in the south. Yeah. It is a beautiful feminine energy area. It just blows my mind every time I go there. It is so delicate and fun and light and harmonious. I mean, not that French people don't have their issues, obviously, but it's a different energy for sure. Very, very beautiful. Hi, Karleen. My family, as in cousins, grandparents, uncles, aunties, are all in pain. What can we do to get better, please? Whew, that's a big one for a chat question, Danny. Would love to answer, but that feels like a really deep reading because this goes into ancestral and generational cycles, plus the collective cycles. So sorry, I would, but no. I have to be prepared for that. You know what I mean? Oh, thank you, Anna. Yes, Paris. Paris is actually next year. There, I said it. It's next year. Yay. 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 But yeah, I haven't been there in a very long time, and it's time for me to, yeah, go back. Thank you, Danny. But thanks for asking, Danny. That was very, very, very sweet. Very kind. Yeah, yeah. So let's look up some kind of a Valentine's Day reading. I don't know. Is there a celebrity couple that you guys want me to look into right now? Where's the tea? What's happening? What's happening? All I'm hearing about every time I go on YouTube to look at other videos, and I don't really watch that much celebrity stuff. Like I watch a lot of paranormal stuff. I watch a lot of um, paranormal ambient videos. I watch that stuff. I watch politics. I watch that stuff. And commentary, political commentary. Right now, I'm watching this channel a lot called, oh gosh, what's his name? Something Inside? Inside? I think that's it. Let me look him up. And he just has these amazing takes. Like, I don't agree with every single thing that he says clearly. You never do. Who does? But he does have amazing takes. And let me see here. Do, do, do. Da, Inspired. Inspired. Yeah, that channel. That guy with the cowboy hat. I don't know if you guys watch him, but yeah, him. Yeah. Harry and Meghan became so boring. Tell me about I can't do it. Plus, I feel bad for Meghan. Like I honestly do. Like it's debatable whether she brought it upon herself and whether she's actually using the negative publicity for herself. There's that whole other layer. But it's a bit much, so I'm like, I don't want to touch that anymore. It's actually a celebrity reading of yours that first brought me to your channel. I know. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I want to, like, that's why I'm doing them over on my Patreon because they get me in trouble on my YouTube because I think I'm too close to the truth. So I always get burnt. I really honestly do. I'm not kidding you guys. Like, I know a lot of channels get burnt, but I feel particularly singled out. But that may be, I don't know. But yeah, join my Patreon because you don't have to join a tier. You can still be a member and still see the celebrity readings. So I'll be putting most of them over there. Beyonce and Jay-Z. Oof. Is that even a reading, Danny, anymore nowadays? Like, seriously, is that even a reading? The Obamas, where is Michelle? Oh, you guys are getting me into trouble. Okay, let's dive in. I gotta know. The Obamas, where is Michelle? Michelle feels like so disgusted, like completely disgusted. Like when I say disgusted, I say her name, I tune into the energy, and I just feel like ick. Not about her, but I feel like this, I'm so turned off by this planet. I'm turned off by these people, you know? Like that's literally what I'm picking up on. And I feel like we would have been on a completely different timeline if Michelle had run, but there was no way they were going to let Michelle run. Like that wasn't going to happen. They pretended like they wanted Michelle to run, but it wasn't going to happen. Michelle was never going to run. But if she had ran, she would have won by a landslide, by a home run. It would have been wild having Michelle as the first president of the, female president of the United States. Um, but she's so disgusted by the whole thing, like the entire machinery of it all, the political machine, the people, like all of it. She's not even that invested in saving the planet anymore. That's the energy that I'm picking up. Yeah, that's the energy that I'm picking up. Let me see. Michelle, what's going on? Okay, first, who is Michelle? Who is Michelle? How do people see her? And those ones that are close to her, how do people see Michelle? The ones that are close to her. Michelle's not always like, Michelle's not easy. Okay, I'm getting up like this energy of walking on eggshells, on being very careful around her. She's very sharp. She's very pointed. She can also be hurtful with the things that she says. She can be very direct. That's the energy that I'm picking up of the people around her because I'm feeling like this hesitation of getting close to her, stepping into her energy. She's not that huggy person who kind of like hugs you and makes things warm again and makes things feel warm. She has a certain charisma and she has a sense of humor and she has that confidence. And that confidence is like a light. And that's what people see as her light, as what's really shining out from her is her confidence, her height, her glamour. But she's not a warm person. Okay, yeah. She's on the move, so it feels like there's travel involved here, Eight of Wands. She's somehow on the move. She's on the road. I don't know if it's literally as I'm doing this reading. She could be flying, she could be driving, but she's on the move somehow. So it's not really how people see, even though this card is meant to be how people see her, but how she sees herself is as having, she doesn't see herself as a victim. This is the 10 of Swords, okay? So she doesn't see herself as a victim, but she does see herself as someone who's had to make extraordinary sacrifices in her life. And the worst thing is that she won't ever be able to speak about it. She won't ever be able to talk about it. But there's something cut and there's something done and there's something these cards might be literal. She might be going to a hair appointment, God knows, but they might be literal. But I'm feeling on that energetic level that she's had to make a cut with someone and something, and she's moving away from something. And that someone or something, oof, okay. Like they don't get along. They act like they get along in public, but they really don't get along at all. They lead two separate lives. I'm going to say that. Okay, I'm gonna just leave it right there. You guys know who this is. You know who this is. This is the Emperor card. And I'm gonna say that they don't get along, you guys. No. This is always a building that needs to constantly be rebuilt, constantly needs to be put up again. There's a constant effort being put into it. It's something that keeps taking energy, taking energy, taking energy. And this is what's also kind of hardened her. But I want to say that she was already hard to begin with, in all honesty. Okay. So yeah, they're not getting along. There's some kind of a separation happening behind the scenes. I don't feel like it's going to break the news cycle or it's going to break out into the open. She may just be taking a couple days off, but they're not like together every day, all day anymore. Like that's not happening. And that's also why, ooh, that's also why I feel part of the reason why she wouldn't want to go into politics is the scrutiny is too intense and she can't keep up the facade of this happy connection here because they don't get along. She's very extremely independent. She's looking out for her own cash. We've got the Nine of Coins here, and this is Queen of Sheba. I'm also going to put something very controversial out there, but I trust my guides and I trust the information and the information that I get. And as I put it out there, the Queen of Sheba, there's some kind of an offer that was put on the plate for her, for Michelle. And this came from a different country. Okay. A leader of a different country has offered for the hand of Michelle or has, jokingly stated something along those lines. And there's also numerous business opportunities, but there's some kind of a connection, and I want to say to the Middle East. Okay. I know you guys don't believe this. I know that, but I want to say to the Middle East. Okay. Yeah. So there's absolutely that. Am I even still streaming? Are you guys hearing and seeing the Michelle stuff? Because you wouldn't believe what's playing back to me on my back end is like a part of my live stream from 30 minutes ago. This is wild. Usually you see on the back end like a little, like a little bit of a delay, but not a huge delay. So I hope that you guys are seeing me as I am right now because I'm not. But yeah, there's some kind of an offer that came through. Also a business offer. It could have been a speaking offer as well to hold some kind of a speech or speaking. But there's someone from the Middle East who's very into Michelle. Like they watch her, they observe her, they watch her every move. They think she's the most beautiful thing. They would immediately pick her up if she fell down. Like she would be whisked away in some kind of a, I don't know. I all of a sudden I see she would be put on the level of a not even a princess, like she would be queen. Like this man sees her as the queen of his country, but he's just not making a move. But he's already like the energy has been put out there to her. There was an offer that was made 100%. I will put my hand into the fire, as we say here in Germany. I will put my hand into the fire as a test of faith or truth in that statement. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. Yeah. Um, I also feel like there was some kind of a deal. This may have been during the during the presidency that she helped to facilitate. This is also connecting to the Middle East somehow, some kind of a deal that she helped to facilitate or connect. It was kind of like, okay, I'll do this, but only if I get to talk to Michelle for half an hour, something like that, like something not too icky, but enough where Michelle's like, what? And I'm not doing this. I clearly hear I'm not doing this. Um, but yeah. Okay. Um, yeah, let's move on from these two because they're having a private moment. Okay, like this is, yeah, I'm not feeling too good tapping into that. It doesn't feel, yeah, good. I did put up a video on my Patreon on since we're doing couples, on I call her BB, Kanye, Yee, and BB, Bianca. And let's see here. I wanted to do a part 2, which I probably won't do because she's not that interesting. That's probably why she keeps quiet. But she's if all that you have is your body, like that's literally it. That is your work of art. I mean, that's a strong statement on discipline, clearly. But there's got to be something more, you know? So I'm not quite sure how far this is going to go for them. Like, where can they go to next when it comes to exposure? And she's always been someone, because there are previous pictures, older pictures of her, where she clearly liked to be exposed, where she clearly liked to be seen. So this is, I don't feel it's a strictly a Yi thing where he's forcing her to do this. I think she's using the platform and the opportunity to build herself, start building herself, her own little world, her own little platform, her own little thing to jump off of, and possibly be seen as a trendsetter. I think this is really important to them, especially to Yi, because Yi sees himself as a trendsetter, so he wants his wife to be a trendsetter too, right? And Kim Kardashian was absolutely a trendsetter. So Yi loved Kim. Like, there's another thing where I'm going to put my hand in the fire for that. And Yi loved Kim 100%. But Kim was always like, Yi ran after Kim. He chased her for years before Kim would even go out on a date with him. And she made him really work for her. And then while they were together, she was always building her own thing, taking care of her own self, making sure, she was good, her kids were good. And she wasn't really ever that girlfriend or that side piece, or that she never let herself be denigrated to that. And there are a lot of things we could say about Kim Kardashian. Absolutely true. Yes, 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 yes. But in the relationship with Yi, she kind of, she played her own game. Whereas Bianca is, I don't know if she's too young or too inexperienced or doesn't have that platform yet, and that world is a world of sharks. So she's utilizing his protection. I'm just not sure how far she's going to go with this getup and the look that she has. Like, how far she's going to be able to, how far is that going to bring her standing naked in the public all the time? So let's have a look. What's going on with Bianca? What's going on with Bianca? I don't even feel like she has an ace up her sleeve. Like some people, you always feel like they have something up their sleeve, like just wait for it, wait for it, wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. Ah, there it is. But with her, I'm not picking that up. Not picking that up. It feels like a desperate attempt to be a trendsetter. This is all about Yi. Okay. This is all about Kanye. Kanye. He's not dictating to her. He feels like he's liberating her, healing her, giving her a platform kind of thing, but she is rotating around him. And he's a trendsetter, so she's got to be one too. And it's a lot of pressure for her. She can't just be who she is. Who is she? Who is BB? Yeah, this is first card that came up for her was the Ace of Coins. So seeing opportunities, potentials. So a little bit of an opportunist is what the cards are telling me. And yeah, chain to the money. Okay, so I'll leave it there. I don't know who she is. I'm not saying anything definitive here, but the cards that popped up, so you tell me, are the Ace of Coins and the Devil. Okay. And literally the picture that is here is her chained to this. So not quite sure. Not quite sure. Okay. Yeah. Are there any genuine happy celebrity couples? I don't know. I don't know. There was that big blow up now with Blake and Justin and Ryan and Taylor Swift. I don't even want to get into all that because it's so, I don't know. It's so, I don't know. Uninspiring. You guys know what I mean? It's like so uninspiring. Rihanna and ASAP. Ah, they are a cute couple though. And I'm so happy Rihanna moved on so well from Chris Brown, even though Chris Brown's music is good. Gotta give him that. Gotta give him that. He's an excellent entertainer. Doesn't mean he's a great person, but he's an excellent entertainer. But Rihanna and ASAP are kind of cute. Let's see, ASAP. Rihanna and ASAP. I get a very tight bubble with these guys. They pretend to be very open to the public, but they're not. Okay. I get a very tight bubble of what's released, total control over information released, over what's being released to the public, what everything has her especially signature on it. He leaves her to it. But she's not uber controlling, but she keeps an eye on things. And I also feel like he feels kind of neglected. What is this? Weird cards coming up here. Okay, I'm just going to read the cards, and it might be surprising to some of you, but we've got here the Four of Swords. So somebody may be healing from something. This may also be a mental health thing or mental health issue, something around meditation, something around withdrawal, something around neglect, self-neglect, but also feeling neglected in the relationship. Then there's also someone who's a massive bright light. This is the Sun card. And someone who's very expressive, extroverted, outgoing, confident, 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 confident. I think we can all guess who that is. But it feels like there's this, it's not a real match. Okay. And then we have someone who's always working, Page of Coins, like always working. And we've got the Five of Coins, some kind of a money issue or financial issue coming up. Feeling ostracized, left out kind of thing. Okay, I feel like this is about ASAP's career. Okay, this is about his career. I feel like Rihanna's career is solid, will always be solid, and we see her here with lots of colors and fabric, and we know that she's all into that, you know, and being very creative, right? But he's kind of uh, begging, looking for handouts. I don't know what this is. Okay. I don't know what this is, but it doesn't feel happy. Whatever this is, it doesn't feel happy. And it feels like uninspired, like there's some kind of a limitation on his inspiration. Like I'm focusing for some reason on these stones all around his head, like not being able to get outside of a certain zone, not being able to break a certain barrier. Okay. And feeling kind of unhappy, not being happy with what he's making either. Like he's got something going on with his career. Okay. Something that he's going to be ironing out. David and Victoria Beckham. Happy Valentine's Day to all these couples. Let's put some positive energy out there. David and Victoria Beckham. I still remember when they first got together. Yeah, that was now eons ago. And I also remember that huge scandal when they were in Spain, and all of a sudden it broke that David had cheated on Victoria, who was still a Spice Girl at the time. And oh my gosh, the tabloids went wild, and it was a hugely embarrassing situation for Victoria. And immediately the two went into lockdown and shut down, and all you saw was a bitter Victoria with her glasses, like running through airports. And moving. I think they moved from Spain. And she explained, I think, in her Netflix series why they left Spain. Like she never really felt like she connected there. And but yeah, it was a thing. And then all of a sudden there was silence. And but that stigma never really left. And it's interesting. It's interesting. But somehow they made it. Victoria has definitely made it. So let's have a look. Let's have a look. And Victoria was always kind of, oh, the card that fell out is the Lovers. So they're real, Anna. They're real. They're really real. They're one of the few real ones. We've got the Lovers card here. Okay. So they're real. And they're very family oriented as well with their kids and their parents. It's Like they're not, they really dedicated their lives to one another and committed, absolutely committed. So let's see, Victoria and David. Victoria and David. I think she's a bit older than he is, and that's what always shows up for me with this card with the Queen of Swords, right? And I think there was another sign that I did before where we spoke about the somebody, I don't remember which sign, their person is a little bit younger than them. And we see here the Queen of Swords. Okay. So there's an admiration there, there's a connection there. It's also a intellectual connection. These people, this couple can talk business, like they can talk shop with one another. They can talk open and be very cerebral and intellectual, unemotional, and really discuss things. And he values her input. He values her suggestions. He bounces things off of her. He needs her input. As a matter of fact, she is his advisor, kind of thing. And he really trusts her and trusts everything that she says. And she trusts him. Absolutely. But she's fragile, not just in physical looks, right? Like she's very fragile, the Tower card. Things easily throw her off, things easily get her out of her center, out of her middle. She really has to build a concept or an idea and then really stick to it. Otherwise, things don't work for her. It's very hard for her to deal with changes. She's not super flexible. That's not Victoria. No. And she's very afraid of failure. She's petrified of failure. Okay. So they have a new project in the works, Two of Wands. It's not that big of a deal though. Like I'm not feeling like this huge, they're gonna launch a whole new perfume line together or something like that. But there's something, some minor thing that's going on that they're envisioning. And it's gonna gain them a lot more money again. Okay, Ace of Coins. So the foundation is they're here to experience that wealth. That's what they're here to do, to experience wealth, to get that seed of wealth and make it grow into something. That's what they're here to do. So they're real. Yes, they feel very disconnected since a long time ago. Absolutely. Yes, they did. They did. They did. They did in that Netflix docu. Yeah. I picked up on that too. Yeah. But they're real. But it feels like they also I think when people go on shows like that, they create these alternate personas that are absolutely empty. They're not going to bear it all for the camera. Like I don't think many of them do, except yeah. But not these kind of people. They're not going to put themselves 100% out there, so it might feel empty. Mm. Yeah, if you guys have any more couples. Yeah, Michelle surprised me, you guys. Like that kind of, I'm like, I feel like going over it again. You know, when you have something stuck in your tooth, like a popcorn, and you keep going over it, like that's what Michelle and that one feel like to me right now. I'm like, wait a minute, what here? Let me see. Who's he married to again? What's her name again? Their oldest son. What's her name again? His wife. She's gorgeous. Uh, Remind me of her name, please. I don't want to look it up. Uh, but it feels good off the bat. Like it feels good. Yeah. They have a good marriage. Yep. Mm-mm-mm. Nicola, that's it. Yes, Nicola and Brooklyn, was it? Nicola and Brooklyn. Ooh, Nicola's ambitious. Whoa, the energy that just went. Whoa. The girl has energy. Oh my goodness. Like she's a firecracker. She is just go. And Nicola Pez, that's it. Oh yeah, she's wow. Like I feel like immediately in her energy, I'm straightening my back, I'm disciplined, I'm focused, I'm energetic, I'm light, I'm swinging my ponytail in the back of my head. It's like this energetic squirrel energy. This high energy squirrel energy. Nicola, Brooklyn. She's Victoria to Brooklyn that Victoria was to David. She's Brooklyn's kind of, but she's got more energy than Brooklyn does. Yeah, she's got mega ambition. Mega. Like when I say mega, it's like mega. We've got the Star card, the Empress card, and the Devil card. A lot of heart, a lot of energy, a lot of vision. She's great for him. Yeah. Yeah, they're good. They're good. Three of coins. They have fun. Three of cups. Sorry, they have fun together. Lots of fun. And yeah, lots of fun. Yeah. Yeah. And I know a lot of things are going around about Michelle and her being a man. She's not a man. She is I totally I'm gonna do a thing on Candace over on my Patreon and the series that she has going on. For those of you that don't know, Candace Owen is just running this series on the information behind the possibility of the First Lady of France being not being who she says she is. And it's a huge thing, and I'm hooked. But it's an old story. I read about this years ago already. And Candace is running with it, and there's a reason why. It doesn't mean that it could be true, but the reason behind why she's running with it is really interesting, and it ties into several other things. But I'm going to be talking about that over on my Patreon and not here because it dives into deeper things. So yeah, check that out. But the rest of it's just kind of mean-spirited. Yeah, with Michelle. Like I mean, she's human, and like we just saw, she's not, even her closest people don't think she's the nicest person to be around all the time. So I'm sure she has but she's definitely a she, okay? The other one there, I'm not quite too sure about myself. I do think there's something to the story, but the why is the question. Why now? Why so intensely? Why is this being brought up exactly at this point in history? What happened to Justin Trudeau after he went to Palm Beach to talk to Trump, and then he goes back home, and 2 weeks later he's resigning from office? That's interesting. These are all things that I can't dive into here, but I will over on my Patreon. So join me over there. Isn't that Michelle being a man thing a MAGA? Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, Candace Owens and her husband. There. I'm surprised nobody has touched that. On TikTok, they do. On TikTok, they do. They do touch that on TikTok, but not on YouTube. I'm surprised no one has really picked up on that. But that is a video. Candace Owens and her husband, yes. And you can see it in the interviews then, especially I think there was one, I didn't watch the whole thing. I just watched a couple minutes and I thought, oh, interesting. Um, yeah, where she interviews him. Yeah. But yeah, Candace is an interesting one. That one's, yeah, yeah. I used to love her. I loved her. Edie, Loved. Now I have questions. I have questions, and we're going to dive into those questions and those answers. But yeah, let's see here. Yeah, Joan Rivers, people forget how mean she was. That was a mean lady. Like now that she's been gone for so long and people kind of forget like her reputation, her the energy. They forget the energy and how she showed up and the stuff she said about other people too. Like, yeah, Joan was mean. Joan was mean. Yeah. Yeah. So, if you guys have any other couples, then let me know. Today's Valentine's Day. I'm doing couples readings. If you would like a reading for yourself in the live chat, all messages are visible and you can donate. The donation link is at the top of the chat, or you can just donate directly to the chat and ask me your question about your relationship if you like. Those of you that are new to the channel, welcome. If you've got a celebrity reading you would like me to do on this Valentine's Day, let me know. What turned me off her was her sense of style. Zero. Oh gosh. William and Catherine. Oh, there's another one that will fill books. Will he's got a dark vibe, and I think so many of us pick up on that now. You know, like he's got a dark vibe. Okay, let's dive in. William and Catherine. William and Catherine. And Catherine. Hey, the first thing I'm picking up is the royal family, definitely. Like these people, and I picked that up with Harry as well. Like I told you, they definitely have something psychic in their energy, in their background. This can be through initiations, rituals, you name it. I've done readings on them before, sure. But it really feels as if there's he's looking towards some kind of a bright new future. Okay, so they've determined something or made some kind of a decision, which is a positive for him and his family, for them and the family. And this may have to do, they may be on a short trip or planning a trip or something like that with the star card and the Three of Cups. But there's something positive that's coming up for him, which is good. All the power. But yeah, William is a man in fear. Okay. He is a very fearful, he has anxieties, he has fears, he's crippled with anxiety. Okay. Crippled by the thought of failure. There it is. We've got the Nine of Wands and the Five of Swords. Okay, so deep fears, fears around public shame, public humiliation, anxiety, but I also feel he was already in this family in a past life. And I detailed that in one of my videos that this family, they keep coming back in, like reincarnating over and over and over again. It's like this loop, de loop, de loop. And so he was a king that experienced a significant kind of defeat. And we've got the Five of Swords here. And his subconscious is like, I don't want to re-experience that. I don't want to re-experience that. So there's this I do feel that he prays. He prays to whom or what, but there is a belief. These people do believe. Okay, they believe in something. Um, in a year's time, we're going to see a massive change. Okay, and it's going to be successful for them. Another thing, like I keep saying, there's some kind of a plan, something that they've determined, something that's in the works that's going to be more successful for them as a family. And it's good for them, and they're going to be celebrating this, and it's going to be in about a year's time where we're going to see what it is. As to him and Catherine, William and Catherine, it's interesting because the cards didn't really dive into that. William and Catherine. We've got William, Catherine's energy is low. That's why it's not picking up on her. Catherine is literally right now, the woman that we see is Catherine. It's a shell. That's a shell. William is real, Catherine, not so much. She's not really, she understands her role, let's put it that way, but there's a deep depression. We've got the Five of Cups. So there's a sadness, a depression here. The burden of ancestors, 10 of coins. I'd also say the burden of wealth, but it's the burden of ancestors, inheritance, traditions. Page of coins. She's focused on her children, on her daughter in particular, but also I feel like she's doing like artsy stuff, you know? So, following her hobbies, taking time off for herself, doing things that bring her joy, that kind of thing. But she's also pretty savvy. Like when it comes to the Two of Coins, like she juggles both worlds very, very, very adeptly. But again, I'm not getting info here on them together. So I'll say it like that. I'm not getting info here on them together. It's either I'm reading him or I'm reading her, but I'm not reading them. Okay. So what that says, I'll leave up to you. Yes. Selena Gomez and Benny Blanco, they're engaged. That's interesting. I wonder when I say Selena Gomez, I don't want to diss her though. I don't. I like her. I think she's cute. I think she's adorable. I think she's been through hell and back. I think she's done a ton of work on herself. But I also think that she is if a song was written about someone, Wild Women Run Free, she would be the epitome of that. Um, I think it's going to be very hard for him to commit to her. Yeah. Like for her to commit to him, sorry. Selena Gomez, Benny Blanco. Wild Women Run Free. She had to make a oh, she's still hooked on her past, you guys. She's still in the past. So everything people are picking up on Selena Gomez and her past relationship, people are not, no, people are not foolish. No, she's still hooked on the past. Yep, it's right here. For him, it's a strategic decision. Okay. On his side, we've got the King of Swords and the Ace of Swords. This is clear decision making. There's nothing emotional here or too deep or too emotional. It's strategy. The King of Swords is strategic. The Ace of Swords is choosing a strategy. On her side, we've got the Two of Cups and the Hermit. Okay, so there's somebody that she can't have. Like internally, she's still this is Virgo. Virgo is the Virgin. So she's still keeping herself pure for someone from the past. Okay. Emotionally, energetically speaking. So I don't see that being really one of the authentic connections. No. Leo rising, is it a bad day to text the ex? Yes, Leo. Yes, yes, it is. Yes, it is. For most signs, it is definitely a bad day to text the ex. Not a day. No, no. Let's see. If you're asking about your ex, Leo, it feels like somebody feels left behind here. Okay, so I'm not quite sure, but somebody feels left behind. Okay. So there's that. We've got the Three of Wands looking to the future, but there's a sense of having to make a forced decision of looking to the future. Here's the Five of Cups, disappointment, abandonment, and then getting up, making a choice, heavy-hearted, and moving forward. But someone here feels left behind by someone. Yeah. Okay. But I like doing these celebrity because they're short, they're sweet, they're positive, you know? So if you guys have any other couples that you want to look into, this is fun. Let's see here. Hmm. Hmm. And again, if you would like me to look into your situation, don't hesitate to post it in the chat. And at the top, you'll find my donation link. Da, da, da. I'm on pretty long now. Oh my gosh. I didn't even look at the time. Think I'll be wrapping it up soon. Yes. And I hope you guys wake up to a bright, beautiful, amazing Valentine's Day and that you take a deep breath in and out, and that you feel the energies of love and that they continue to permeate this world, this galaxy, this corner of the universe, that they continue unablated, unstoppable, no matter what happens or what things look like. Underneath it all is the current of love. And I hope you tap into that beautifully today and you feel it and you see it and you witness it. And even if it's just the squirrel that's crossing the street to get to its young ones, that love shows itself to you and reveals herself to you today. Let's see here. Justin and Hailey. Ooh. Melania. Okay, there now we're getting into the good ones. Okay, Melania and Trump and then Justin and Hailey. Okay. Melania and Trump. Yeah. Melania and Trump. Melania, Trump. Melania, Trump. Melania and Trump. How do they? Ooh. 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 Oh my gosh, this opened up a can of worms that I didn't think I wanted to open on this chat. Okay. So there's a gratitude bond between Melania and Trump. She is very grateful to him. Okay, and there is a love there. Like she does love and care about him. But it's more of a gratitude, and she's taken on a more mothering role. And it's interesting because nobody thinks about Melania as a grandmother, but she actually is. And she's a grandma, right? And it feels like she's taken on this mothering, nurturing role. Why do I say that? She also has a deep faith. I do believe she is Catholic. I don't know. I'm not a fan of these people, so just me seeing the lighter side of things, this is just what spirit is showing me. I'm not here to bash any side, but try to find the objective, intuitive grain nugget of truth. And the cards that came up are the Ace of Cups and the Empress for Melania. And so it's showing that she actually does have a beautiful spirit, number one, that she does have a deep belief in certain things, number two, that she's very nurturing, protective, supportive, number three, and that she has a deep gratitude for him. She sees him as having given her a home. I don't know how she felt before she moved in with him, got with him, married him, but she must have felt very unstable, very ungrounded, unrooted, not belonging to anyone, anywhere, anything. And she feels very loyal to him and grateful for what she's gained through him, she's gotten through him. Ace of Cups, the Empress. Okay. So there is a love there for him. Now, that's surprising because I always thought, he really loves her and she was like, she could do without him. But it looks to be, in spite of her slapping away his hand and his wrist while walking, it looks to be a little bit the other way around. Now, this is the can of worms that I opened. And so he's overwhelmed. Like he's done. Like he's totally overwhelmed. Nine of Swords. He's playing the role very, very, very well, but he's gotten himself into a situation where he can't move. And we see that here with the Strength card. He can't move. He literally now has to dance to the tune of his own making, and he literally cannot move. He's stuck. He's caught. He's trapped. Okay, so whatever you see on the outside, this is what's happening on the inside. He's feeling trapped, and his thoughts are going a mile a minute. He can't get out of his situation. Um, he's having health issues, you guys. Okay, so I'll leave it at that. But he's having health issues. Okay, I don't want to dig in deeper on this platform, on these people. Okay, so even though, yeah, yeah, I'm all for it, but I think Patreon is the way to go. So let me see here. Justin and Hailey. One second. Justin and Hailey, and then Celestial Infinity. This one guy, is he the future? Okay. Justin and Hailey. This couple has so much pain, and Justin still has an addiction issue. Okay. Immediately what came up was there's an addiction issue there with him. And she's doing really well at ignoring it. Well, not ignoring it, that's too much to say, managing it, handling it, living with it, dealing with it. She's yeah. Okay. Justin and Hailey. Justin and Hailey. Hailey, Justin, Hailey, Justin. Yeah, the overall energy, he hates performing. He hates it. He hates getting up there and performing. I would put my hand in the fire that he absolutely hates having to perform. He loves music and music making and doing all of that when, from when he was a kid, but now the act of performing, going on stage in front of thousands and thousands of people, he absolutely hates it. How do I know? Because the Knight of Swords is showing up, and the Knight of Swords has a lot to express and say, but it's all very, agitated. This person is agitated. This person is uncomfortable. This person is inciting. And here we see him in his depression, lethargy with the Four of Cups energy, right? Has everything in the world, but at the same time has absolutely nothing. And he sings about that. So Hailey, how does Hailey see him? Hailey sees him, he's her world. Like, oh my gosh, King of Wands and Ace of Coins. So it's with him, like whatever he does, she sees him as exceptionally talented. She thinks he's a genius. She sees him as this wonder person, like absolutely in wonder of him. She sees him as the person she would start worlds with. If this world went down and she was transplanted across the universe, he's who she would take with her. Okay, that's her person as far as she's concerned. And done. When it comes to Justin, yeah. There is the he's always looking, the grass is always greener on the other side. That's also the star energy, always following a wandering star, always following a star. And we've got another female here, right? And this is also the Two of Coins. So Two of Coins is indecision, imbalance, not quite sure, iffy, what, always going, not quite sure. But I'm also seeing a dark-haired woman here, okay? A dark-haired woman. This is not Hailey. This is not Hailey. I'll leave it at that. You guys make of that what you will. But yeah, she's handling him, managing him. That's pretty much it. Celestial Infinity. I would like to know about this one guy I'm interested in. Is he the one? Is he the one? Is he the one for Celestial Infinity? I'm getting a positive on this. Page of Wands. This is a very positive card. It has to do with being open about your intentions. Here we have the High Priestess following your intuitions, okay? And being confident, the Sun card on the bottom of this, okay? So he has the potential, but you're going to have to step up into it. Yes. Sounds good. Denzel and Paeta. Oh. Oh, thank you, Nunya. Taylor and Travis Starwhite. Can I have a card for my future love? Starwhite, future love. What's coming for Starwhite, please? Future love. Hmm. There is someone here, Starwhite. Dark hair, dark eyes, Knight of Coins energy, hardworking, really grounded, rooted, somewhat stubborn, can be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. I'm feeling someone shy, hesitating, doesn't realize they're shy because they're a little bit, I also feel they're a little bit on the, I wouldn't say old, right? But they're more mature. So depending, but I'd say late 30s, early 40s up. And they've experienced some things, and there's some hesitation here, wanting to check before they take a leap, before they really jump into something. Someone who's careful, someone who takes their time. But once they're in with all their heart, all their mind. They're there to solve your problems. That's literally what I'm picking up here. That's what they live for, is to solve your problems with you. Um, how should I put this? It sounds so like they're just there to solve your problems. Not quite, but they see your problems as their problems, and their problems hopefully are your problems too, like being a real couple, being together. And they're there, they're coming. They're coming. But definitely someone who is hard working. I also see, like, for some reason I'm getting electricity. I don't know if they're they I don't know if it's power lines. I know that's really specific, but that's the image I got. All of a sudden, I saw this guy all the way at the top of a pole hanging there working on a power line. Okay. I don't know if that's maybe something he did in his past, or maybe he has a son who's doing that, but there's something around that that ties in with this energy. Okay. Hope that helps. Um, uh, Bye, Nanya. Thank you so much. Let's see, Denzel Washington and Paulette. Denzel and Paulette. Now that's interesting because Denzel. Denzel and Paulette. Paulette, Denzel, Paulette, Denzel. The overall energy is yeah, this is somehow a transcendent relationship. We've got the Eight of Cups and the Two of Wands. So very based on image and not much rooted. That's the energy I'm getting right off the bat. But let's have a look at Paulette. Yeah. Paulette, this is the emotional neglect card with the Five of Cups. And the Eight of Cups is, she's always out looking for things to entertain her mind or to experience. She keeps or kept it moving kind of thing, but she was actually very, very disappointed in this relationship. Five of Cups. When it comes to Denzel, he was also disappointed in himself. We've got the Four of Cups, right? With everything that was offered to him, nothing was really good enough. We've also got the Judgment card. So he had a hard time being famous. Denzel didn't really, he always felt like he was on a pedestal ready to be knocked off. Literally, there's the pedestal, the altar. But it feels like he had a hard time dealing with fame. Went through some depressive cycles, but both of them are completely, these are not happy cards. They're not happy cards, right? So it could be that he was in a depression or a funk and she felt neglected because she's always lifting him out or working, towards him. But she definitely emotionally felt neglected for a very long time. Yeah. Valentine's Day readings. I think I'm going to close off here, you guys. I'm done. I need to go eat, and I hope you had a good time. Thanks for watching. Thanks for staying on. And once again, join my Patreon and just, we'll dive into bigger, deeper topics over there. You guys, once again, happy Valentine's Day. Wishing you all the love in the world. Wishing that no matter where love is hiding in your life, that it reveals itself to you today. That you walk out the door, that you go into a dreamland, that you turn on your TV and all of a sudden there's a message there for you, and that you literally cannot avoid the show of love in life, no matter where you find yourself today. Okay? Wishing you guys all the very best from my heart to yours. Mwah. Take care. Bye.